Hello, everyone. Today, I will discuss how to negotiate with Chinese people in the context of cultural difference. First one is introduction. I will explain some Chinese culture. And the second one is a cross-cultural action plan one. This is the suggestions. A cross-cultural action plan two. This is the recommendation. I provide some details and how to deal with the issues in Chinese culture. And finally, is the summary. And introduction to Chinese culture. And China is have 5,000 years history. And Guanxi is extremely important in China. And it's essential to Chinese people daily lives and social activities. And it also has a huge impact on corporate culture, communication, and operation, and efficiency and interpersonal interactions between person and business. And the second is power distance. China is a country with high power distance and exists inequality between low and higher levels. And the management has a great power, and employees are usually told what they need to be done. Employees must be fully cooperative with their leaders, and white-collar jobs are valued than blue-collar jobs. And China is a collectivism country. Groups' interests generate precedence over individual interests. And relationships are more important than tasks. And when we're doing something, and we first consider the interest of the groups or the companies. And next, we'll talk about the cross-culture plan one is the suggestions for differentiation and explanation and exchange. The first step is provide information, seeking information, and establish a negotiating relationship. The Chinese aim to develop the, the, uh, the Chinese aim to develop a positive connection with positive party, and the Chinese traditional values include understanding and respect. Create a positive mood during the negotiation process. They may not talk the core issues at the beginning, but they will talk about some daily lives, family situations, and work background. After that, they will discuss some details of negotiations. And explanation, they will choose a representative to discuss. And this representative will summarize everyone's thoughts and opinions. But the final decision still depends on the management. If there are some unreasonable conditions, they will not reject it directly. They will very polite and indirectly forward some different point of views. Because they focus on relationships, not context. The purpose of this is mainly to maintain long-term cooperation, and therefore to maintain the relationship and the negotiation atmosphere between the two parties. They will look for some alternative solutions that can best meet the all requirements for two parties. And the exchanges, there are very considers connection between the two parties, and they will make some connections on matter other than the essential ones, such as the bonus, subsidies. When deal with the issues, they typically shift locations to avoid distributing the environment of discussion. And the example includes the restaurants, parks, or even your own house. This helps to avoid direct disagreements during negotiation and maintain the relationship between the both sides. The third one is the recommendation. How to negotiation with Chinese is first of all, and we should respect and understand. We talk about the details directly, use the indirectly polite language, and discuss the core issues step by step. And the negotiating representative may not be able to make the final decision. The final decision on the negotiation includes the details of the negotiation, and the final bottom lines is determined by the management. And the explanation when we negotiating, we should not make our first offer to Chinese right away and give each other enough respect on the key issues that we may drop our demand properly. To foster long-term cooperation, choose the best choice that meeting the needs of both parties. And China is a country with its own unique culture, and its official language is Chinese. And since we communication in Chinese is required during the negotiation process. Therefore, learning Chinese is a necessary process for negotiating with Chinese people and improves communication skills. And the last one is exchange. If the conflicts arising during the negotiations, we should make some reasonable connections because China's traditional cultural values are elder and the perspective of senior decision-making frequently play an important part in talk with Chinese, and establish multiple negotiations and negotiation with other parties' leaders, uh, especially those in power, and invite the other party to your home for dinner, and a humorous atmosphere can reduce the conflicts between the two parties on core issues. And for the summary and the Chinese culture and the negotiations, we know we know China have 5,000 years history, and China has a high power distance with management and have a significant influence on and influence being cooperative. And group interest is higher and over than individual ones. And the Chinese negotiation emphasize differentiation, explanation, and exchange. And the negotiation involves daily life, family situation, and work background. This is the Chinese habits. And management determine the final negotiation uh, decisions, just like by the management. And learning Chinese is crucial for effective communication. And the negotiation should involve the reasonable concessions and considering Chinese value for the elder and the senior decision makers. And this is a reference. I hope my presentation is help you to understand the Chinese culture and how to negotiation with Chinese. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.